heard loads of players talk about being at Liverpool and under your kind of captaincy, talking about they were actually in there trying to impress you more than the manager at sometimes.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's the...
But did you ever feel that? Like, because I always say to my mates, so I've got loads of Liverpool supporters and mates, and they always ask me about Steve. I say, you know what? Forget being a footballer. He's got quite an aura sometimes.
Yeah, but I think looking into the Manchester United dressing room from afar, I would probably say the likes of yourself, Roy Keane, definitely. I'd say Giggs. Looking at Giggs from afar, I would say. And even your Scholes, I'd say there's a core of players in every dressing room where a new signing has to impress and start well.
Yeah.
Because you know, as well as I do, we talk. The first thing me and you say, if we're in the same dressing room, say Liverpool, for example, the player comes in, he has a nightmare in his first session, we're going, you didn't start well. Or like Alonso came in, for example, and just went, bang.
Did he, yeah?
First thing, Carragher comes in and goes, whoa, we've got a player here. So you'd have them conversations. So
you make quick judgments as well, don't you?
And I think the core of any dressing room, they have the respect and, you know, the feeling in the dressing room where I think new players and new signings or players coming through the youth system, they should have to impress that core of players. They should have to prove that they're good enough and that they're going to help the team.
And seeing the way that you take over games at times and dominate games, I look at my career and think it's probably like when I was 20, 22, where I felt I could dominate an opponent quite consistently or get into a game where I don't feel like I'm going to be challenged because I'm really on it. When did you start feeling that not invincible, but that real confidence in your performance?
Well, I in my early years, I was always compared to Roy Keane, your Patrick Vieira's, and I was 19, 20, 21 probably when they were in their peak, I would say. And I didn't really feel like a proper man at the time. I didn't feel like I was finished in terms of body development, in terms of the level I could get to or, you know, hit my full potential. At times I found it hard against them at my age and where I was at my career because they were machines. Yeah. They were... I'm not sure the exact ages of what they are, but you knew if you played against Roy Keane or Patrick Vieira that I had to, at that age, I had to go above and beyond to live with them or to try and, on the day, try and get the better of them. I had to go above and beyond where I was at my career to live with that level of player.
Just quickly on them, because I think it's important because we see, especially Roy Keane on TV now, and the younger generation probably wouldn't know, and there's probably a narrative that goes around the way that just a kicker, just a tackler.
No.
How would you describe something
I think football's in a place where you get more praise and respect now if you're a moments player. So, for example, you score a good goal or you get an assist and it's stats and it's, you know, oh, he's got 10 assists and 10 goals and blah, blah, blah. But if you look at the detail of a performance in and out of possession, leadership, all the components, blah, 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 there's not many better than Roy Keane when I judge a midfielder. He was always in the right position. He was tough. He was physically top in terms of being able to get about, recovery runs. He was tough in terms of physicality. He could run past you. He could recover and get back. His short game was underrated in my opinion because he could break lines with his passing, he could change the play, he could run off you. I think he had all the components. I think obviously he scored a lot of important goals at key times. That's how I judge a midfielder. I judge a midfielder on everything, a 90-minute performance over a season, over a period of time. There's not many better than Roy Keane.
It's mad because we obviously chat on text every now and again, and I remember you talking about Yaya Toure, another midfielder. He sometimes goes out of the conversation of the top midfielders in the Premier League. Someone like him, like what did you find him hard to play against? Did you find him?
I think he'd have moments in the game that I'd find hard to contain because if he went to gear 5, if you like, and decided he was going to go and burst past you or try and drive past you or pass and run past you, I think Yaya Toure was one of the most toughest opponents to stop. He would have 2 or 3 moments in the game that could be unstoppable, if you like. But over the 90 minutes, if you stop them 2 or 3 moments, or stick with him them 2-3 moments, I'm comfortable with that. A Roy Keane or a Patrick Vieira over 90 minutes is different than that. It's different than that.
Nice, I like that. So what about in today's generation? I'm on this topic of great midfielders. Who are you looking at now in today's game and going, that's the level that I'm used to playing against and that I respect?
In the Premier League,
yeah,
I think Declan Rice is a really, really good midfielder. I like an awful lot about him. I like the kid, I like his mentality, I like the way he's gone to the next level at Arsenal. He's adding different things to his game. I think he'd be a really tough, strong opponent, good challenge. Jude Bellingham, if he was in the Premier League, I'd love to go toe-to-toe with him. I really think that would be interesting and good. They're the two best at the moment, I'd say from an English point of view. There's certain midfielders that I didn't really enjoy playing against, like the Barcelona type midfielder.
Yeah, I've been there as well.
When they're collectively together, when it's my style and you want to really go and leave a stamp on someone and get close to someone and blah blah blah, them together they were really difficult to play against. Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta. I mean, what a blend of a midfield. And I look at like the likes of Pedri now and these type of players. They were the most difficult challenge for me. But the ones like your Keanes, Vieiras, people who you could go toe to toe and get close to and have a tear up with.
Yeah. You don't really see that much now, do you? Where it's like, it's me against you.
I'm not sure I could be respected as well as I got respected during my career now in today's game. I think it's changed. It's a more technical game. It's a more academy-based game, tactical.
What do you mean academy? What's that mean? Like
technical? I think academies are more technical now. The rules of the game have moved, they've evolved where, you know, I look at my battles against some of the players, Lamps in Champions League battles, Scholes, where you could try and leave a stamp on them, they'd try and leave a stamp on me. Vieira, Scholes, where it would be, as we were talking about earlier, the boxing, a toe-to-toe, like 90-minute battle over the course of the game.
Yeah, that duel might actually determine the game. It doesn't really happen like that now,
it could set a tone or blah, blah, blah. Now for me, the rules, tackling's not as thing, or leaving a stamp, or physicality, you know, it's a more friendlier atmosphere, it's a more safer game. I like football, the generation before, that for me, but that's the generation I played in. For me now, it's a little bit more technical. You get booked for nothing now. Yeah. You can go off a football pitch for nothing.
You could get a few more red cards.
And that's what would concern me now. Could I be the Steven Gerrard that played in our generation? Could that be now? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'd have to adapt. I'd have to adapt, and I think it'd take a lot away from my style.
Talking about your style,
I think Scholes now
would be a joke.
Hands down, would be the best midfielder in the Premier League. Fact.
Do you think that? Yeah,
I do. Yeah, because Scholes for me was very much an in possession controller of a midfield, controller of a game. Yeah. Can switch the play. You get close to him, he could pop it round you. He can play the outside of his foot. He can switch the play, score important goals, make the last pass. Scholes' thing for me was, can you get him doing the other side of the game?
Running the other way.
Can you take him the other way? Can you be physical with him? He'll get booked against you. These type of things you could maybe try and get the better of him the other way. But I'm not sure in the stage game you could leave one on Scholes, for example. So he would have everyone terrorised in the Premier League. I'm telling you right now, he would have everyone terrorised in the Premier League now. He'd be the best midfielder in the Premier League now, hands down. I probably wouldn't.
I think you're doing yourself a disservice, I've got to be honest.
I probably wouldn't, because I probably wouldn't be on the pitch.
Yeah, that might be a big issue. But
for long enough.
Just talking
but you
about,
get what I mean, don't you? His style.
Yeah. Scholes is the type, if you can't get near him and affect him like you're saying, and get your hands on him or make him do other parts of the game.
He'd have a huge influence on the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Huge